I'll say, yeah, Klay's gotten a lot better this year. He's gotten less selfish.
And that came really from the team meeting, right?
You know what I think the difference in Klay Thompson is? He's not thinking about himself. He was thinking about himself the first month of the season. And I don't think he does. I don't think he is anymore. I think he's just playing now.
And we know this, Steiny, to that point. If that was brought up, I believe, in the team meeting. I believe he was hunting, and I've said it. I've criticized him for it. And I've also said this to you, and you tell me what you think, Steiny. We understand the two injuries, back to back. I don't know, outside of John Wall, what NBA players had to come from those catastrophic type of injuries. And I know John Wall injured the same body part twice, but you're not playing. I said, even last year when he came back in January, and the minutes, he played the most minutes as any Warrior in the finals. From a science standpoint, Steiny, the body was there. He wasn't pulling on his shorts, huffing and puffing. And even on his worst day, he was hunting, jacking shots. But I told you, you're a shooter. You know how much energy it takes to jack shots. Now, when I look at Klay, I don't look at him, oh, he needs 30 or 40. I'm just like, there's going to be a game, Steiny, there's going to be a series, and he may miss them. But now when I see that pretty perfect Ray Allen form, I feel like more times than not now, it's going in. And I'm like, okay, see, you got to defend Klay, but he was getting them up, and he only hoisted up 22 shots. You would have felt like that was 35. No, and they were getting him the ball, too.
I thought last night, obviously making shots, he's got to keep shooting.
Yeah.
And nobody said he was done.
Shoot.
Nobody said he was washed.
Yeah.
Look, why can't people understand this? He's going to have great games
that
for the next couple years.
Yeah.
He's going to have these kind of games.
He just had a great month, too, as far as scoring. 27, Steiny.
Exactly.
But I know he'll never say this, and Andrew Wiggins.
You don't
Steph's out. They need you.
In the snap of a finger. Everybody declines. Your great games become more infrequent. Your defense gets a little bit worse. It happens brick by brick. It's not going to happen overnight. And the other thing is, we got to stop proclaiming, oh, he's back after one game or two games or 1 month. Let it play out. Let it play out.
But when you that month from where he was at and how he took those Barkley comments, and everybody else did would chime in, even on our station, Steiny, the fans clamoring for him to come off the bench. You're a golfer. How do you know what is what? How do you know what you were robbed of because of the injuries slash age? And when I'm watching Klay now and I see 32 minutes a game, I'm like, well, forget the ball going in or not. From an athletic standpoint, you're still out there. And now I feel like he's getting stronger, Steiny. Now, I don't know if he can sustain this, but, man, I'm betting on him. And this Warrior team, it ain't just Steph and Poole. It's Klay Thompson. And he's shooting like old Klay Thompson. And when Wiggins gets his stuff together, watch. Yeah. Well, he better do it now because that's one mouth that doesn't need to be fed until Steph comes out. I was looking at that game. Yes, still only 3 rebounds for Wiggins, but I need more Wiggins, but still.
Yeah. Don't say he's back. Don't say he's done. It's more nuanced than that. Here's what Barkley said. Let's go back and actually listen to what Barkley said.
There was a time when Klay Thompson was the best two-way guard in the NBA. And he's not the same guy, and that's because of injuries. Now, is he done? No, I don't think he's done. I think he's slowing down and is catching up with him. That's why he's frustrated. I think the same thing with Draymond. I think he's slowing down. You saw in the finals, because his game is really dictated on energy. And once you get past 30, you start losing, especially if you're playing deep in the playoffs every year. That's why I said Steph got a lot more work to do now. Them young guys going to really have to step up, or this team is not going to win the championship if those young guys don't start carrying the team.
All right. See, when you break it down, there was nothing malicious.
I can tell you what it was.
There was what?
Oh, there was not. Barkley said nothing wrong.
Thank you.
But Klay was in a dark place. And the dark place was he didn't have the games under his belt that were like this last month of January and last night. That's what I believe. But somebody says that now, Klay probably nothing. Okay, nothing to see here. And he did kind of say it in the post-game presser, like, no, duh, I'm not the same. But I'm asking you, Steiny, when you say a player, or we're talking about Klay, he'll never be what he was in 19, and I'm being real with you, are you shocked that he put, and again,
No.
it's a month,
No.
and where he's at just as a basketball player
Absolutely not. He's one of the greatest shooters of all time. He's a
Thank you, yeah.
first ballot Hall of Famer.
No doubt.
You don't get terrible overnight. You just don't. Nobody's saying he's terrible. He was the best two-way guard in the league for what, 6-8 years?
Man.
He might not be the best two-way guard anymore. Okay. And I'll tell you what, the thing that it almost feels like Klay worries about this, and I don't get it.
Well, go ahead.
He was absolutely a monster part of their fourth title last year. Like, he didn't just come back and he played 12 minutes a game and he's got his... he was like as important as anybody else.
Right.
So he doesn't have to Steph kind of got it done and Draymond and he didn't tag along. He's got 4 like everybody else, and he contributed every bit as much as everybody else. So I don't saying he might have slipped from his Hall of Fame days. Grow up. It's what happens when you get older. Sorry.
Okay, I got something for you.
I hated watching Larry Bird get worse.
Yeah. Well, his back went out on him.
Right, because he got older.
And this is what I feel. Evan, I want to hear from you too, the listeners. Matt Steinmetz, if he keeps this up, and this is a big if, and they talked about it yesterday because he said he doesn't deserve to be an all-star. But I wouldn't put it past Klay Thompson that we're done seeing him make the all-star team if this Klay Thompson we've seen since January can continue. We're Steiny. Your boys own one, Ray. They call it a bender. Yeah, he's on a bender right now.
I could care less.
But
I
for
care
Klay,
about if Klay Thompson.
Well, when you say a guy's done or he's not the same,
who cares about the All-Star game next year?
Well, but that's a symbol that he's.
No, I'll tell you what would be a symbol.
He's playing above average.
You know what would be a symbol? His 5th ring.
Well, yeah. Well, he did that with, just like you said. He was a big part of the 4th.
Exactly.
But just from a personal standpoint, I bet
he'd rather win a 5th ring.
And
than
I'm
be an
not
All-Star
arguing
again.
with you, Matt. Steiny, I'm just telling you, when you say, and you said it, he'll never be what he was. I got that. And I could run 10 other players in here that, okay, that's attrition. But if this guy were ever to make the jump for where he was at, I believe before that closed-door meeting, where he was at after Barkley made those comments, and somehow qualify for, and I know the people out there, Guru All-Star Game doesn't mean something, but in this specific instance, I think it would mean the world because it would be symbolic of not him being selfish. Okay, yeah, I'm not 2019, but I'm one of the 15 in the Western Conference amongst my peers. I've gotten back to that level, and to me, that would, he might tear up.
I think he'd tear up. I don't know.
Because it's been a long road, emotional journey back, man.
Of course.
And like you said, he got the chip last year.
It's just weird. And I'm not saying you're wrong. And it'd be nice. Be nice to see.
But I loved him for saying it. He don't deserve to be one, which was right. But I thought he was going to do something. But I was like, okay, that's a real. He's keeping it real. Just keep working.
See, I'm kind of with you on 925.
What does he say?
Like make an all-NBA team. That would be
right.
That would be big, even a 3rd teamer at this point. But he's making shots last night.